I want to hit Alan up because that's 9:02. I want to talk to Alan about your 12 ERSs. Is Alan on here?
There we go. Sorry about that.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
Yeah, I got to learn how to work the mute. One of these days I'll get technology down. But anyway, sorry about that.
Yeah, man. So talk to us, man. 12 ERSs. I know you've been kind of, we've been coaching on it and you've been taking a diligent effort at implementing it. So tell us about that.
Well, just one thing just to start off with is that uh, I've been just running, trying to hurry, just sales, and it was like you and I had a nice conversation in terms of just you know ways to help add to our ability to get more clients and more sales and that kind of stuff. And I've been listening to that kind of those things, and I really when you were talking to me about the ERS, and I was like, I basically I wasn't doing a good job with it. Let's just cut to the chase. And then you and I sat down and talked, and you kind of coached me up like a lot. And I said I'm gonna make a serious effort to start doing it. And just I started with a couple of clients that I had in the past that I didn't do a good job with in terms of the ERS, and then just took a more serious look at a lot of the videos that were there, and just made just a concerted effort to really start to try to do that. And one of the ladies, clients I had before, I called her up and just recently had written and just let her know that we explained to her that we have a service, the ERS service, and that we want to make sure that people are contacted. And I'll tell you what was interesting was on several of the ones that I've been working on trying to do, that the when they hear about the 1 billion or $7 billion dollars that are sitting there in unclaimed monies, everybody's kind of takes a get kind of like, seriously? I go, yeah, and that gets their attention, like like we were talking about. And I was like, wow, okay, this stuff works, and I mean everything. I mean, just going through the process, talking to the she's, in fact, it was so funny. She actually thanked me for it. She was like, that's really great that you do that to make sure that the families would know this. And it was just the reactions that I've been getting back from people as it relates to it. And I think I've gotten, I mean, I didn't report some of them because I got to work on my paperwork and reporting part. But anyway, it's just a matter of, it's people are responding to it. And um, the part, like, I just really want to make a concerted effort because it does cut down on the cost for getting leads. Like, although you're hooking me up with those, but it's just a matter, I want to get to where I don't have you doing that, and then I can be on on my own and do a lot of the things with regard to getting my leads and getting referrals and or the ERS. But the whole thing was that she was nice. She was giving me the names, she gave me the addresses, the phone numbers, so it was just like, it was it was just really nice to see the reaction that people had when I would present it, and I've gone back like on several times just to kind of constantly refresh myself so I can really get this down, because I really want to make a concerted effort to get ERSs going and doing a consistent job with those every week. So, but yeah, it works.
Okay. So have you had a chance to like do the texting part?
Not yet. That's my next. I've just been calling them.
Okay, that's
I'm
fine. That's
you know,
fine.
I'm getting that down to where I feel comfortable with that, because I haven't gone back. Like, most of my ERSs have been me calling back old clients and basically talking over the phone and getting them that way. And one I did in front of one with one of my sales that I had, and I just didn't have that down yet where I felt comfortable doing it yet. So I'm one of those, I got to feel more comfortable, and I'm just practicing and trying to get myself together on that. So I will need more coaching if you don't mind. So, but
Okay.
yeah, I plan on doing that though. I definitely plan on doing that.
Okay. So let me explain. People are wondering, what is that? What is ERS? ERS is our emergency response system, and it's our method for serving clients because there are over $7.5 billion of unpaid insurance benefits out there. And do you know why and this is kind of, I'm going into my mode. You know why there's over 7.5 million unpaid benefits? when you ask the client, they go, I don't know. Well, it's because the insurance carrier never found out that there are those benefits out there to be paid. All they found out was the client lapsed their policy, but they're not going to actively go out and find out if the client died. They send notices that your policy has lapsed. You have a 30-day grace period. Make sure you pay your policy. They'll send them letter after letter. And then they never hear anything. And so they just assume the policy's lapsed, but they didn't know that the person died already. So there you go. That's why there's over 7.5 billion. But Alex, how do you know that number? Well, let me share with you part of our ERS training package. So, well, let me continue. So the emergency response system, Joe and Mary, is our way, or actually the insurance carriers want to pay the benefit. Now, you are purchasing this policy, and don't you want your beneficiaries to get paid? Yeah. Well, this is how we make sure that happens. So what we do is just like your emergency contact information you give to your school, like do you remember when your kids went to school? Yeah. And you had to fill an emergency contact card, right? Yeah. And you had to put someone beside yourself on there that's the school can call should something happen to your child. Remember that? Yeah. Well, this is exactly like that. This is the insurance company's emergency contact list. And this is what we would use to notify your folks on your contact list that they would notify us once they hear about you dying. Okay. So number one, these people need to be local to you. Okay. Number two, they need to know you well enough to know that they're in your circle of friends and acquaintances, like the people at church that would know that you died right away. And their job is to call me and to call the insurance company that you passed away. And then we can get the death benefit started, get the claims process started. Okay, does that make sense? Yes, that makes sense. Okay, cool. So get your phone out. Got your phone? Yeah. Okay, pull up your contacts. Okay. And basically the way this works is we're gonna put down the names of all your family and friends that would fit that category that I mentioned. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to contact them and let them know that I'm your agent. You have a policy with me and you have a policy with this company. Here's my phone number. Your job is to notify me that if they should find out you died or are critically ill, they would notify me so I would know in advance should there be any situation where we could put out a death claim. Typically, it's not something you have to worry about next month, next week, next month, or next year. It's 29 years from now. Okay. It's 25 years from now where people have forgotten that you have a policy. No one even can find it. Right. And that's how it goes unpaid. But we have measured that 1 out of 10 will contact us. So that's why we'd love to have 20 names. So at least 2 people will contact us. So you got your phone ready? Okay. So give me a name of the first person you want on that list. Okay. Number 2, who'd be number 2? Number 3. Okay. Let's get all the names down first. Okay. Number 20. Okay. Great. Okay. So let's start back at number 1. What is their phone number? Their cell phone number? Okay. And how do you know them? Okay. Great. And just go through. Once we have that, then we'll say to the client, okay, great. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to notify them and give them a call and give them the information. Now, here's a way to make sure they take my phone call. And I want to make sure that you agree to this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to text them this statement like it's coming from you. I'm going to text them and you. So I'm going to text them both, you and them, and it's coming from you. And this is what it's going to read. Hello, Mary. This is Martha. Don't worry. Everything's Okay. I just want you to know that my life insurance agent, Alex, will be calling from 937-554-2693, and he's going to deliver some information to you on my behalf. Can you make sure, please, that you can, take his phone call? Okay. And so what I'm going to do, Martha, is I'm going to make sure I'm going to text every person on this list like it's coming from you. Now, the reason why they're going to know it's coming from you is because your name is probably going to pop up from their address book, and the only unknown number is mine. So they'll know the number that I'm going to call from. So are you okay with me doing that? And you're going to get a copy of these texts. Okay. So, is that all right? So you don't have to do it. Like, I would rather you do it, but instead of you taking the time to text all your people, I can do it. And then my numbers will also be on there. Okay. Does that make sense? Awesome. And so, by the way, Martha, if they ask me about insurance or Medicare or disability or long-term care or annuities or anything else that we do, is that okay if I answer their questions on that? Is that okay? Is it okay for me to help your, list of people should they ask me about these other types of products? Oh, yeah, that's fine. I didn't know you did Medicare. Yeah, I'm not happy with my current plan. Oh, okay. Anyway, so that's how you get their permission. And then you book the appointment, you call them up, give them the information, and then, hey, by the way, anyway, we have a whole package on this. So let me share. Did I share? Like, are you seeing my screen? You're seeing my screen, right? Well, you're not now. Okay. So this is our training website on ERS. Okay. And these are some primo videos of people teaching it. Brian Rojas rocks it. He did this at one of our national events. The old school, this is the original guy that really started it and got it going. He was averaging 40 appointments a week on 0 leads, all on ERS appointments. He never had to run a lead ever again. And these leads are easy to book because they're a warm market. Okay. Now here's my video on how to do it during the appointment. So there are 2 ways to do it. You could do the ERS part of the appointment at the very end after you've closed the sale and done the application, or you could do it in the middle of the appointment after you take the beneficiary. After you're done taking the beneficiary information on the application, then you launch right into ERS because it becomes part of the application. Okay. And then I go into detail on texting the client and the ERS referral with the text. And then actually, this is a live appointment for getting an ERS. I think I actually did that one. Yeah. Okay. Another training on it. Oh, this one, texting from the ERS. Yes, this one I did texting the ERS from the agent's phone, where I actually did it with a client. And then this is doing the ERS during the application process. Anyway, and then here's the ERS sheet, but here's the marketing sheet. This has got everything, all the stuff I just mentioned. So this is the list filler thing. Okay. So you put all your names here. And by the way, we've had this work. Like, a bunch of our agents have gotten calls from the client's ERS list. Okay. Then this is the add-on slide to your ATM PowerPoint. Currently, there's over $1 billion. Actually, it's $7 billion. $1 billion unclaimed life insurance money in America. I should probably change that to 7. Because 7 is way over 1, but most unclaimed life insurance is from beneficiaries not knowing they were a beneficiary on the policy. Emergency response system is our way of making sure your death claim would be paid. Here's the article from USA Today. Unclaimed billions. Are you owed a life insurance payout? Okay, it talks about 7.4 billion. and all the highlighted, you can just read them the highlighted. Okay, this is the text script. Hello, my life insurance agent, Alex, is going to call you on my behalf. And before you ask, guess everything's okay. He'll be calling from 937-554-2693. Please take his call. He's going to drop something off for me. Okay. And what's cool is they're going to reply to all automatically. And their friend is going to see, oh, thanks, Martha. Yeah, I'll be happy to take his call. You're going to see a lot of really cool group texting going on. And what's really cool is if you take care of their friend, you can text her back and say, hey, Martha, I just took care of Mary. And she wanted a policy too. So congratulations, you helped me take care of one of your friends, you know. And then the other thing too, when you're calling their friends in the ERS is you can do the, oh, by the way, has anyone done this for you with your insurance policies? Put together an emergency contact list? They haven't? Oh, I'm surprised. Well, this is a free service we provide all our clients and their friends, and we'll put one together for you. I'm going to be in your area tomorrow between 2 and 4. Is it okay if I drop by? And I'll give you the brochures of the insurance company that Martha had also. So boom, there you go. You're in the home. Here's how you do the script to call them. Everything's in here that you need. There's 2 different scripts. Here's the ERS presentation. Goes over what to say to them. I mean, everything's self-contained in here. Like I said, we'll maybe do a boot camp on this at some point. But this is what you do to get referrals. By the way, this also increases your placement and persistency rate, primarily your persistency rate, because when they have given you a list of their friends and you've taken care of the ERS, you're likely to keep their policy. So it's a really huge thing that you're doing right here with the ERS program. So Alan, it's right here, and it's on this, our training page.
Hey, Al, can I say one thing
Yeah,
that I got to add to everything, if it's okay?
Yeah, please.
Is that I can everybody, if I can tell you anything, the training that we've got on this stuff is great. I've gone back and forth a bunch of times, and it's just the more I listen to it, the more I get it, and the more it's like it makes so much sense. And then to see the reaction from the actual clients and the response from people, they look at this, they looked at it like a very nice service. And I felt, it makes you feel good actually. But it's there's a lot of other things that just come with it aside from that. But we've got everything there. It's excellent.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you saying that. We've worked hard to create a system, that works. And this is a way that you can increase your placement and increase your persistency rate. And then it multiplies the sales from every lead, right? There's a point where you won't ever need another lead again. Okay. But you got to do it. I can tell you till I'm green. I can teach you this till I'm green in the face. But until you actually start implementing it, you're not going to be able to, benefit from it, right? Don't be lead junkies, okay? Please don't be lead junkies. Again, this system, if you implement it correctly, will pay you hugely multiple times, because you can get, let's talk this through. I'm going to chart this out. And I normally would do this let me see if bear with me. I'm going to see if I can do this on my iPad. Let me see if I can connect it up and take a little bit of technology. So let me fire it up. And let me kind of give you a feel for what happens when you do ERS properly. It's pretty insane. And I think it's worthy of going through the numbers. I did this in Phoenix at our hotspot meeting out in Phoenix. I went through the details of ERS and I showed them what can happen to your business when you implement it in terms of the multiplication factor. Okay. So let me, all right. So can you guys see that? All right. Someone say yes or no.
Yes.
Yeah, we can see it.
All right, cool. Thank you. Okay, so let me explain to you what happens, the snowball effect of ERS. Okay. So let's say you made 3 sales this week. Okay. And you tried to implement ERS best you can. So out of those 3 sales, only 2 clients gave you 10 names, right? Each. So 2 times 10 ERS names equals 20 ERS. Okay. So you got 20 ERS names. Out of 20 people that you call, 20 people that you delivered some information to them, is it reasonable to believe that out of 20, you maybe can sell 2 policies out of 10? That's 1 per 10. That's only a 10% conversion of ERS names. Okay. So you sold 2. So out of 3 sales, you sold 2. Okay. So out of 2 sales, because they are ERS, let's say you made 2 sales and then they produced 10, probably 20, because they're a product of ERS. I mean, you say, now you are on Martha's emergency contact list. Okay. Obviously, you think that's a good idea. Is there anyone else you can think of for you? So let's say you got 20 more. Let's just 10 each, 10 times, whoops. Let's just be conservative. You got 10. Okay. So you got another 20 ERS names, but let's say you made 2 sales that week. So 2 sales turns into, let's say, 10 names because you only got 1 of them. So now you got 10 plus 20. So you got 30 ERS names. So out of 30, you think it's reasonable to maybe assume that you are going to get 3 sales out of 30. I'm being mega conservative. Okay. So 3 sales times 10 names equals 30 names. So you got 30 names, ERS, you can call. Let's say you made 3 sales this week. Okay. Again, you go back to 3 sales turned in to 2 clients that turned in times 10. Okay. So that's 20 ERS, new ERSs. So now you got 50 ERS names. See where I'm going with this? So 50. Oh no. What happened? I was on a roll. How did I? Oh, did I really erase all that? Okay, so let's just continue. So now you got 50 ERS names. Let's say you get leads to 5 sales. Now let's just say you got better at converting. Maybe 50 leads to 10 sales because now you're converting 2 out of 10, right? So you got 10 sales. So out of 10 sales, you get 5. Actually, you're on a roll because by the time you're getting this far, let's say you got 7 people to give you 10 and 3 of those gave you 20, right? So that's what, 10, 70, that's 100. Okay. That's 100 ERS names. Okay. So out of 100 ERS names, now you're not taking leads anymore because you think out of 100 ERS names, right? If you did 50, do you think you get 20 sales? So you got 20 sales from 100 ERS names. So now you got 20. Let's say 15 of those gave you 10, or let's say 10 of those. 10 of those gave you 10. That's 100. And then 5 of those gave you 20. That's 100. So now you have 200 ERS names to call and to deliver information to. So out of 200 ERS names, you did 20 on a. So now you got 40 sales in 1 week. So 40 sales, let's say you found 20 to give you 10 names. So that's 200 ERS names, right? And then you had 10 to give you 20 names. That's another 200. So now the next week you have 400 ERS names. Okay. So do you think out of 400 ERS names, okay, maybe you can do 80 sales? Okay, so out of 80 sales, do you want me to keep going? I mean, I can keep going. So 80 sales, do you think it's reasonable to, does everyone like understand what I'm saying? Or am I being too obtuse? I might be too obtuse for some of y'all.
I think you're making it very
Alex,
clear, Alex.
can you convert that into ALP for us so we can see the income potential?
Well, okay. So remember I said what? 40 sales. Well, 40 sales, the average. Okay, let's go to the average issue paid. So let's go back to our, let's just use simple math, okay? I mean, this is the no BS, what people are writing, issue paid. Do you see this? Average premium per app. This is, you know why that's lower? Is because Megan Wood writes a lot of lower premiums. Okay. So this average premium per app, she writes, regular life insurance premiums, but we're talking $20 hospital indemnity, right? We're talking $10 accidental family policies. We're talking, so it's not a real reflection, right? Here's actually average premium per app. You can see just submitted in our base shop is $1269.21. Okay, and that's skewed a little bit because of the annuities. Okay, so it's somewhere in between. Is that reasonable to say that it's somewhere in between $1269 and $500? So let's just take the middle number. So what's the middle number between 12? That's 5. That's 7. That's at 3.5. Let's say it's 800. Okay, can I say that it's 800 per sale? Is that okay? Does everyone agree with me, or anyone call BS on that? Like, I mean, tell me now, because I want to be realistic. I want to blow smoke up your skirt. Can someone say that that's BS?
I think it's more like I would give it 1,100.
Okay, I'm going to say at 800.
No, there's a lot of old people.
I know Ginny's laughing. Rochelle, when I put 1,100, then people freak out about how much money they're missing out on. And then I'll start getting sarcastic and angry. But let's do the numbers. Let's use 1,100 then. I mean, I'm down. So let's share. Because I'm trying to make a point. And if I can't motivate you through money, then I don't know how else I can motivate you to learn this stuff. Now, you would think that, money's a good motivator, but money is actually not a good motivator sometimes. Hold on. Okay, 1,100 per app times, let's just use 10. So that's 11,000 premium. And did I say last out of, the numbers I did, like what, 80? I said you can get 80 sales out of X numbers. Let's just use 40. And this is per week. So if you did 40 in a week, 40 times 11,000, 0, 0, 0, 0. 440,000 in that can't be right. 11,000. That's 11,000.
44,000.
That's 44,000, right? 44,000
Actually, no,
Yeah. 11,000.
you were
per
actually
10,
right the
so that's
first time.
400.
Actually, it was
That's not a
still
lot.
440,000.
Well, that's 11,000. Yeah. So if you did, so per 10, so if you had 40 in a week, right?
44,000.
44,000. Yeah.
Right.
40. So yeah, because you had 40 in a week, because that's per 10. I mean, let's just say you're going to make a buttload of money with zero lead cost.
I think there's a better lesson here to learn.
Tell me, Gabe, please, someone who's just brand new.
You don't have to be good at doing math to be a multi-million-dollar man.
Yeah. Great one, man. You hit the nail on the head. Out of someone who's brand new. And I know, see what I love about Gabe is that he will tear the ERS up because he's going to learn it. He's going to pretend like what I'm saying is true and works. And that's probably one of the biggest jobs, I think, as a manager, is to get you to believe that this business works and that it has all the benefits that I mentioned. And there's a lot of new people on here. We had, it's 9:35. We had as many as 45 on here? 46, I think. Right, Mary? I think we had. So now we got 39. So 6 people got bored and probably didn't believe what I was saying. So just, if you don't believe what I'm saying, just believe half of what I'm saying. If you believe half of what I'm saying, you think it would work out for you? I think it would. And then you'd never have to work another dadgum lead again. And every call is a warm call. Can you imagine every call being a warm call where people are expecting your call, number one. Number two, you help their friend out. You know, oh, you sat down with Martha. How's Martha doing? Oh, Martha's doing great. She told me about you. She said you guys met each other in elementary school. So you've known her for like 70 years. Is that true? Oh, yeah, we go back 70 years. You know what I mean? Like, you have those kind of conversations. You think it's going to be a hostile environment? You know, when you book an appointment, yeah, come on over. I'll have coffee ready. I just baked an apple pie. You can have some of that too. Because they're like, any friend of Martha's a friend of mine, right? I mean, it is pretty cool. So if you want to work in that warm environment, or you can just keep calling cold leads, not cold, but warm leads, you know, the leads that we provide. I don't remember sending that in. Or they don't even remember their name. Hello, is John Smith there? Name sounds familiar, but I don't think that's me. You know, the guy's got dementia, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I never sent that in. You don't get this on ERS appointments. You get people that are, oh, yeah, you're okay, Martha. Yeah, I got the text. I got the text from you guys. I got text from her. That's why I answered your phone. I never pick up the phone, but since Martha said you'd be calling, I've been looking for your number, you know, and then you get people like, you know, I don't want to do that for Martha. Okay, that's cool. I'll let her know. Look, man, the system works if you work the system. And I promise you, man, the fruits are there. You just have to put a little work in, learn it, and then implement it and work it. And you don't ever have to work another lead again. Okay. So anyway, man, I hope that helped everybody. And let's rock, man. Next week. So everyone that got on the leaderboard this week, your objective is to get on next week. Okay. Stay on the leaderboard next week. And those of you that weren't on, why not? Get on next week. And the ones that were on last week but didn't get on this week, why not? Get on next week. Okay. Let's all fire on all cylinders. Okay. And for those brand new people that got their license, guess what? The best way to learn this is to write a policy on yourself so you can see the commissioning system work for you. You can learn how to do an electronic application on yourself. Yes, you get paid a commission on your own policy. Okay. And, you know, family and friends, what a concept, helping people that you care about. Tell you what, man, it works. So rock on. God bless everybody. Take care. Thank you for plugging in.